Hey, this is Anthony with Level 1 Gaming, and today we're taking a preview at Dragonkin the Banished, an empowering ARPG focused on action and fun. This coming March, publisher Nacon and developer Echo Software brings us Dragonkin the Banished, an action RPG that focuses on the action and fun more than anything else. For players burnt out on Path of Exile 2 grinding, this ARPG seems to give a relaxed and fun adventure that empowers you to have fun and destroy hordes of enemies in your wake. A demo will soon be available to try on Steam during Steam Next Fest, and Level 1 Gaming got a chance to try the game out early to get you excited for your own hands-on time with the demo very soon. I got an early look at Dragonkin the Banished, and the first thing that stood out to me was the pure chaos and action on screen at any time. The battles you were in felt enormous and busy, like an actual war. It was very well done, and like with Diablo 4, the team here has seamless cutscenes occurring while on the battlefield, and then back into the action once again. I was very impressed with the quality of the cutscenes, writing, and everything put on display here. I looked into what engine this was running on, and sure enough, it was Unreal Engine 5. The team makes excellent use of the engine here, and I had no issues with stutters or performance. It ran at fast frame rates at all times. The game provides 4 classes, with 3 available during the launch on March 6, when early access begins. The 4 classes the game has include the Barbarian. This is, of course, your very tanky enemy, dealing huge melee damage with axes and hammers, and the more damage you take, the more powerful your attacks. The Oracle, transformed by Dragon Blood, is extremely powerful, almost like your mage class, using different elements like electricity and water. And then you have your Knight. Knight is more of like your paladin class, ideal for a good balance between range and melee attacks. And the archer, which won't be part of the early access launch, is entirely focused on range combat and using poison. The demo gives you access to a fully leveled out version of each class that you get to play as during the prologue of the demo. This was an extremely action-packed and exciting part of the demo, and being able to try out each class at a high level felt extremely fun, and each class felt unique to use and approach. This was a great way to test out each class to their powerful limits and help you decide which one to choose once it was finally time. I hope more ARPGs do this, as I thought it was a really great idea. Once you complete the prologue, you are then set to choose a lower level starting character from early on in the game. They give you access to one dungeon to run through and level up this starting character. This was enough to get a good feel of my chosen class, Barbarian, level up, learn about the city building, and more. The way that you level up your characters is through the ancestral grid. So you use this to gain more power, decide how you want to combine your different upgrades so you can combine different skills as well, and it makes for very interesting different builds you can create. You can select from the abilities that are available to try out different combinations, and if you don't like it, you can easily go back and change it, so it's very flexible and you're never locked into what you decide. The demo doesn't include a large part of the world, but the final game is supposed to include a very large world to explore, broken up by biomes in a similar way that the Diablo games do this. As you travel across the world of Dragonkin, learn its story, and confront whatever is threatening it, you will explore these biomes that contain volcanoes, tundra, swamps, and many other environments. And just like in Diablo-like games, the enemies you find and hunt in each biome are unique to those areas in its own smaller regions, all with unique monsters and specific resources. I'm very excited to explore the world, and seeing the next region or act is always a big driving factor in these types of ARPGs. While this was not a huge part of the demo, there is an entire city building aspect to the game. Your city grows and changes based on the decisions and discoveries throughout the story and your explorations in the various regions. During your adventure, as you gain experience and you get to decide which area of the city to develop and focus on, you can then upgrade your buildings, you'll find new inhabitants who can provide new quests, equipment, and additional services and vendors. The entire game, including the city building component, can be played entirely in co-op, both locally and online. Locally, you can play with a total of 2 players, while playing online allows for a total of 4 players. Like I noted, the co-op adventure goes beyond completing just the quests and exploration. It also includes the city building. All players in your sessions can expand the city and unlock new content which will carry over to their own city. You can play the entire game from start to finish in co-op, and the demo will also allow you to do this with friends. And there's also full matchmaking to get into a game right away when your friends are busy. So my final thoughts with this demo, I really enjoyed it. The demo's set to release during Steam Next Fest, which begins on February 24th, and the early access launches on March 6th. The announced price is $24.99 USD, and this title seems like a very promising proposition for any ARPG fan. The demo provided me with an exciting time with a variety of great classes, a unique upgrading system, the city building component was neat. The game is not as deep as something as Path of Exile 2 or, the hardest modes in Diablo 4, but like I said, this has been a nice breath of fresh air, feeling empowered and satisfied in every session, with less a focus on grinding and more on exploration and story. I think Dragonkin the Banished is shaping up to be a fantastic indie ARPG to try out during Steam Next Fest, and even consider a purchase given the attractive low price. Well, this is Anthony with Level 1 Gaming. Thanks for checking out this preview. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you next time.